Okay. Okay, ready? So look here, look into
Okay.
here. And you're always gonna look into here. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, ready? 3,
Ready.
2, 1. Meet my dad.
My name's Neil, James Neil Ferree. I'm 67, born 1/5/55.
He grew up in the Midwest. He was one of 7 kids, and his family ate the standard American diet.
Burger, casserole,
Yep.
hot dogs, and it was the 50s when I grew up,
Yeah.
so cholesterol wasn't even invented probably.
Yeah. He moved to California in the 80s, where he met my mom, and together they had 3 daughters. That's me. Growing up, Dad's health was always a bit of a roller coaster. He smoked cigarettes, and I remember every year when I blew out my birthday candles, I secretly would wish for him to quit. After my parents split up, Dad was having a hard time finding stable work. Meanwhile, his health was taking the hit. He had a stent put in his heart in 2006, faced a big heart attack in 2010, and then battled jaw cancer in 2014. But none of that stopped him from loving his girls. We always said it was our love that kept him alive. Whenever he needed a hug, he'd say, "Gimme my medicine." My sisters and I were there for it all. Maybe it was because we were always a little bit scared that the next heart attack would be his last. We held on tight.
An iPad, so you can FaceTime.
After every ER visit or surgery, we were right there, helping him get back on his feet. Dad was on his own by then, retired, living off Social Security. We did our best to nudge him towards healthier habits, eating right, getting some exercise, maybe even joining a community group. Just something to help him take better care of himself. But it seemed like every year he got prescribed a new medication.
This is Linsapril, generic for Prinavil. I think this is blood thinner, Linsapril.
Okay.
This is metoprolol. This is for angina, heart stuff. I don't know what this is for. This is heart something too.
Okay.
I want to get rid of all these, and it's a drag taking them because
Yeah, nobody wants to be on meds like this.
I hate filling the meds, buying the meds, and taking the meds.
I'd watched the films, read the books and research, and seen the case studies of folks lowering their blood pressure and cholesterol by eating a plant-based diet. Every year, there's a month called Veganuary, where folks eat a vegan diet for the month of January to introduce them to the lifestyle. I figured this was the perfect time to encourage Dad, and we would document everything, and I would share it on TikTok. So we did.
I don't have a problem with being vegan if it's, tasty too.
It'll be okay. Dad had his own goals for the month.
Directed towards meds, because I'm taking way too many meds, and it's a drag to do it.
But why do you want to do those things?
So I live longer.
Yeah, write that down.
And then, be a good example for my kids.
Aw, that's great. Walk me through your typical menu of the day.
Okay. I have soup and sandwich. And
Okay.
it's Progresso soup. On my sandwich, it's mayo, mustard, and either beef, ham, chicken, and cheese.
But the meat you use is like the sliced deli meat.
Yeah, it's processed. I know it's not good for me, but it tastes good. Now I do TV dinners. I don't look at anything. I just look at the picture. It doesn't look good. Okay. Do I have to waste all this?
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Because that's like $15 right there.
Okay, don't worry about it.
All right.
Got it. The rules of the challenge were simple. Dad would continue taking his medicine, but we would change 2 things. Replace the meat, dairy, and eggs with their plant-based alternatives, and add more fruits and veggies to his diet. Same behavior, different ingredients.
Deluxe potato salad.
We simply wanted to observe what would happen over 30 days. We FaceTimed and tracked his blood pressure every day to see how it was going. The whole family got involved, and we'd meal prep with him on Sundays to get him set up for the week.
Hey Neil, what are you doing there?
I'm making vegan lasagna.
And as he progressed, we'd keep cheering him on. I also think he loved the attention.
My first video has 800,000 views. I'm a TikTok rock star.
I guess.
Yeah. And the comments, everyone's rooting me on.
Okay, so the 3 things we're gonna cover, you're gonna say I'm still on my medicine, I'm gonna go into the doctor in February, and my blood pressure's going down. I'm currently on blood pressure
Cholesterol
and blood thinner.
and blood thinner. And what's the 4th one?
Parkinson's.
No, chest pain.
Oh, yeah.
Blood pressure that I take every day was 150. Now it's 105. I took it again, it's 103. And it's all related to diet, and you know that. I know that. Everybody knows that. So I'm feeling pretty good about this whole plant-based challenge.
Dad wasn't rare for having hypertension, also known as high blood pressure. He was one of the 122 million Americans who do. And research shows that 7 out of 10 deaths are linked to chronic diseases, including hypertension, many of which can be prevented or treated through lifestyle and dietary choices.
Oh, did you want that bite?
So we weren't really doing anything new here. We were just adjusting his diet.
Oh, yeah.
We're trying KFC Beyond Chicken.
Get out.
Let me see the texture.
Not bad.
Because an overwhelming majority of studies show that plant-based diets result in lower blood pressure when compared to diets that are based on animal products. As we watched Dad's blood pressure drop, we also saw him transform. He had a new confidence sparked by his own commitment and his tangible results. He started believing in himself.
Boom, baby.
Dad and I are making pasta bolognese.
Right, and we have the ingredients. We have all fresh ingredients. We have garlic, and we have diced up, sliced up mushrooms.
Good job, Dad. You're gonna be like Popeye, Dad.
There you go.
Okay, Dad wants all of you other millennials like me and Gen Z kids to know how to talk to boomer parents about eating plant-based.
Number 1, watch the 2 movies that Lauren recommended, because then you'll understand what's at stake. No pun intended.
Nice.
Number 2, experiment. I mean, we tried imitation beef.
Does it smell like beef?
It does. Hamburger, way good.
Good, Dad.
When you see the pus that comes out of the pigs, you'll say, I'm never gonna eat another pig again. Bacon, pork chop, lamb chop, any chop, no chops. And number 3, reinforce.
Wait, come on, with some.
Number 3, reinforce, which is to say, when your dad eats this new food, it's brand new, say, way to go, Pops, that's a good thing. So, keep him in the game. We're gonna enjoy some of the fruit of our labor. This is not dairy Parmesan.
Yep. Okay, taste test.
What's in my sauce? Sriracha?
No, yeah, sriracha.
It's gonna be perfect.
Dad has big results to share.
Yeah. Okay, so I went into the doc, took the blood pressure, dropped 50 points.
50 points he dropped his blood pressure.
So I thought, all right, that's cool. So she wouldn't take me off the blood pressure, but she reduced it in half from 20 milligrams a day to 10 milligrams a day. So that's a good thing. Now the cholesterol, we got to get the results back first.
Yep.
And then if I can get off those 2 statins, then I'm down to just 3 meds.
What's the 3 meds? Oh, the heart, the chest.
The angina. It was easier than I thought. I thought, man, this could be a drag, but for my kid, I'll do it. But I wasn't too pumped up. Now I'm kind of pumped up.
I'm pumped up too. Okay.
Oh, get it up. Yeah.
Okay, let's take your blood pressure.
Okay.
A month ago, you were 139/83. Ready for today?
Ready for today. And what are we looking for?
120/80.
Is perfect. Is
120/80, yeah. Dad, 111/72.
And 65 heart rate. That's pretty good too, huh?
Dad, that's really good.
This shit works.
What do you want to tell everyone, you month-long plant-based gorilla?
I've been a carnivore for 67 years. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. Because, that's just facts.
Okay, give me a hug. I'm so proud of you, Dad. I'm so proud of you.
Okay. With cheese.
Sriracha. I'm pumped up too. On March 28th, 2022, it was raining. I was sitting at a coffee shop with my friends, my phone in my bag. I didn't hear it ring the first or 20th time because it was on silent. So my husband called the landline of the coffee shop. He told me that an ambulance took Dad to the emergency room. We all rushed to the ER. My mom and my sisters were there, and they eerily had peace. We had been here before, and Dad had come out on the other side. We were making a game plan to help him get back up like we always had. The doctor came out and told us that the chest pains Dad had been having for 2 years were due to an undiagnosed aortic aneurysm. The aneurysm ruptured, and his heart wasn't strong enough to take it. He died alone in the operating room. We didn't get to say goodbye. I don't believe in hell, but if it existed, it would be inside a hospital waiting room filled with the sounds of the people you love wailing because their dad just died.
Hey,
Hi.
what's up?
I just feel like I keep replaying this over and over in my head, and I feel like this is my fault.
Babe, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I told you I spoke to a doctor right afterwards. I told him what you and your dad were doing. He said this has nothing to do with it. If anything, it delayed the aneurysm. Babe, what you and him did, it extended his life. Like, you gave him life back. And you should be really proud about that and happy for those moments.
I knew there were doctors out there who champion their patients instead of solely relying on medication. My research led me to doctors Alona Poolday and Matthew Lederman, who have helped countless people transform their lives through holistic medicine.
If you really look at the data on plant-based diets, it's robust, it's extensive, it is clear.
The list is endless. I can't think of a condition or an illness or a disease in even quality of life that doesn't find improvement with a plant-based diet.
Everybody loves mushrooms.
It's if you're having problems from eating the Western diet, then stopping eating the Western diet will fix the problem.
And the problem is that in medical school, we're not getting educated on nutrition.
Doctors are trained to give out medications, to do procedures, to do surgery, but they're not really trained to help you change your diet or help you change your lifestyle or do any of those things that really improve long-term health.
When patients come in and say, what can I do? They say, here's a pill, here's the procedure. And so patients are really not supported.
This is metoprolol. This is for angina, heart stuff. I think I don't know what this is for.
Dad, you gotta know what you're taking.
Well, I should know. I have it on my computer.
Okay.
And I think our environment doesn't support that either. When you go out to the supermarket or to go and buy food, fast foods, processed foods that are significantly cheaper than our healthier options, make it really difficult.
The subsidizing of the animal product industry makes it really hard for people to feel the expense of what those foods truly cost. And we've made unhealthy food so accessible and so easy and taste so good that we're making it really difficult for people. So it's just a lot of forces working against people. I mean, people are doing the best they can with the information they have in that moment. But at first, there's a lot of empathy for the fact that it is a minefield of misinformation out there. Lots of noise, you don't know who to listen to, and you can make yourself nuts trying to figure it out.
I really like the quote that people change when they hurt enough that they have to, learn enough that they want to, and receive enough that they're able to.
Not bad.
And it can start with incremental changes that people make, families make, restaurants make.
We're getting almond milk for smoothie every morning.
There you
Not
go.
getting no cow milk.
And I think there's the misconception that going plant-based is prohibitive financially. But when we look around the world, most of the world is plant-based. And that is something that you can do on any budget. There's so many things, even beyond health, that a plant-based diet can positively impact. I just think loving ourselves, loving each other, it's so impactful, again, in motivating what we're willing to do for our health and The more communities can come together, or families can come together to support one another on that journey, the easier that journey becomes.
Wake up, wake up. Okay, look in the camera.
My daughter's a freak.
That's a little bit smaller. And then everything's gonna be the same size.
Everybody knows garlic is the most important job. Table?
Oh, so just like this.
Yep,
Those are Dad's 2 jobs.
that's right.
I know the aneurysm was out of our control, and perhaps it would have come one way or another. But I can't help but wonder what would have happened if we had done this sooner. Could we have delayed it? Would you still be here?
Good job, Dad.
When the cards were stacked against you and food became something you couldn't afford and you ate microwave meals alone in your room, I wonder if that's how food lost its magic for you, and then medicine just became the easier option.
It's gonna taste super yummy.
I hate that you feared that missing a pill would mean missing another day. I wish the doctors had believed in you like we believed in you. Prescribing medicine is easy. It treats but doesn't heal. Championing someone takes effort. What was missing in your doctor's office was encouragement, love, and support.
Good, Dad.
I feel like you always knew that real healing wasn't in those bottles. It was in your openness, your joy, and your choices nurtured by love that made the difference.
No, Mama. Please stop us.
You always knew that love was medicine. Your hugs kept all of us alive. We pestered you for years, but it was you seeing your success for yourself that made the change.
It does help when you got daughters who know how to cook and they cook for you too, so that's helpful.
Yeah. I never wanted you to feel shame or guilt, but to savor what a healthy life could feel like.
Okay, taste test.
It was an absolute honor and a dream come true to see you believe in yourself as the powerful person you are. I made this film because I wish you could have watched something like this while you were here. Stories like yours remind us that it's never too late and a lifestyle shift can happen anytime. Your story is an example for the world, a legacy of the healing powers of plants. Your passing has made me constantly question and contemplate mortality. We're all going to die, that's a given. But how do we want to feel while we're here? Don't we want our days filled with joy, walking in peace, resting easy knowing that we're loved and cared for and getting to care for those that we love?
If I can do it, anybody can do it, because, you know, that's just facts.
I'm so proud of you, Dad. I'm so proud of you.
Dad, not a day goes by when I don't think of you and how you made me feel. I wish you were still here. I will always look for you in the yellow flowers. I love you to pieces, and I'll see you on the other side.
Dave.
Cheers, Dad. Yeah, cheers, Dad.
Yes, Dad.
Cheers, Dad. Cheers, Dad.
All these people who are saying nice things about you, what do you want to tell them?
Oh, thank you. Thanks for watching the video. Yeah. But can you believe almost 800,000? Score! Score!